Hey friends, huge shifts are hitting workers from other lands, and places in Asia are starting to sweat it out. Might your home spot get caught up too? Check this key video on 7 Asian spots dealing with tough US job blocks in 2025. Full stops on visas for safety reasons. Hit like if it helps, subscribe for more easy tips on global news, say where you're tuning in from, and drop a comment below with your thoughts. Let's jump right into the details now. Number 7, Pakistan. Donald Trump has always seen Pakistan as a tricky partner in global matters. Back when he was president, he pointed fingers at Pakistan for hiding bad guys like terrorists, even as they took in tons of money from America, over $33 billion in 15 years. In 2018, he got really mad and stopped most of that cash flow, saying Pakistan just fed him stories full of tricks and untruths. This showed everyone that Trump had zero faith in how Pakistan helped keep the world safe, especially in fights against groups like the Taliban and Haqqani network along the Afghan border. Now, with his tough views on borders, why does he push to keep Pakistanis away from the US? It's all about worry over terror risks. He thinks folks from places like Pakistan could bring danger to America's safety, no matter if they've never broken a rule. Trump once put it plain: "We'll only let in people who truly care for our land." This hits good folks hard, for sure. Loads of Pakistanis living in America are smart doctors fixing the sick, engineers building cool stuff, and eager students learning new things. But Trump's rules don't bend easy for anyone. If he steps back into the White House, working Pakistanis, young learners, and whole families might slam into travel blocks or super strict visa checks. Could this kill their shot at the big American chance? You bet. Even calm travelers get turned away just for where they're from. For tons of them, Trump's comeback spells goodbye to top schools, steady jobs, and a secure spot in the US, no matter what's really in their hearts. Number 6, Indonesia. Indonesia is home to the biggest group of Muslims anywhere on Earth. For a long time, it has kept good ties with the United States, full of calm and teamwork. But when Donald Trump was president before, he worried a lot about people coming from countries with many Muslims, even if those places had nothing to do with bad attacks. Indonesia did not get hit by his main travel stop, but Trump talked about making his Muslim ban bigger to add more spots on the list. Now, with Trump back in charge in 2025, why might he turn his eyes to folks from Indonesia living in America? The big cause is worry about faith and ways of life. His old rules made it clear he thinks places with lots of Muslims could lead to wild ideas, even without real proof. He always said, "We just can't risk it." But do people from Indonesia really bring trouble? No way. Most who live in the US work hard in hotels and restaurants, tech jobs, or come as students from other lands. They stick to the rules and help make the country richer. Yet in Trump's way of seeing things, even good people might get stuck in wide rules just because of their home spot. This could hurt families and workers already there. For example, getting new papers for staying might fail. Jobs could vanish fast. Even going to church or mosque freely might feel scary. Reports show at least 15 Indonesians got caught in his new crackdown this year, with one sent back home for small rule breaks. The government in Indonesia now tells its people in the US to learn their rights and get help from helpers. As Trump pushes harder on borders, like stopping all new refugees and making lines longer for papers, Indonesia might end up on a no-go list, not for any bad acts, but just how it seems in his tough view on who comes in. Number 5, Malaysia. Malaysia doesn't often pop up in US political news, but with Trump's tough immigration stance, it might face new limits. In his first term, Trump targeted countries with weak passport systems or poor teamwork with US officials. Malaysia could be at risk because of past issues with fake passports and limited sharing of information. Why would Trump want to restrict Malaysians? It's about controlling immigration and stopping fraud. He sees countries with shaky document checks as a security threat. Malaysia has had problems with criminals using fake passports before. Does this mean most Malaysians are criminals? No way. Most Malaysians in the US are students, tech workers, or professionals. Still, Trump's strict rules could affect everyone from Malaysia, not just a few bad actors. His policy is simple. If your background can't be fully checked, you might not get in. This could lead to visa problems, work bans, or even travel restrictions for Malaysians, including tourists. It's not personal, it's about where you're from. For Malaysians, one new policy could close the door to America. Number 4, Bangladesh. Bangladesh and the United States have grown close over time, sharing strong links in areas like work opportunities, medical services, and schooling. Yet Donald Trump's views on immigration go beyond friendly talks. They center on feelings of danger, safety measures, and keeping firm rules. In right-wing groups, Bangladesh often gets labeled as a place with big risks, putting it right in the path of Trump's tough plans. So, why might Trump decide to block people from Bangladesh from coming to America? A key issue is folks sneaking across borders without permission. Reports from U.S. border guards show more Bangladeshis trying to enter through Mexico in recent years, even if the total numbers stay low compared to others. Trump treats this as a serious warning sign. He thinks any nation tied to such sneaky crossings deserves full limits or a total stop. Do all people from Bangladesh break the rules? Not at all. The majority arrive the right way, as students chasing degrees, tech experts fixing computers, or doctors helping in hospitals. But Trump's rules rarely split legal from illegal entries. His style stays super strict. If a country can't watch its own edges well, America won't welcome their citizens. This could hit hard for Bangladeshis already settled in the U.S. They might get visa requests turned down, face being sent back home, or lose job chances. Even asked to bring family over could drag on forever or fail. Can Bangladesh dodge this trouble? Yes, by teaming up more on border watches, fixing paper issues, and easing U.S. worries about fake IDs. Still, with Trump in charge, how things look matters more than real proof. He could add Bangladesh to his no-entry list, not based on what its people truly do, but on his own ideas of what's safe and what's not. In 2025, Trump's new travel ban already targets 19 countries for security reasons, with talks of adding 36 more if they don't improve checks. Border crossings from Bangladesh have dropped sharply under tighter rules, but old patterns linger in Trump's mind. Number 3, Vietnam. Could Vietnam face a work ban in the U.S. in 2025? It might happen, and the reasons could catch many off guard. The U.S. is noticing more fake documents, shady recruiters, and trafficking problems tied to some Vietnamese job seekers. Some applicants use false work records or fake sponsors to get U.S. jobs. Others fall victim to illegal agencies promising work, but leaving them in risky or undocumented situations. This makes it tough for the U.S. to trust Vietnamese labor applications. As a result, the U.S. might pause or limit work visas for Vietnamese, especially for jobs like caregiving, cleaning, or factory work. Even without a full ban, tougher rules and stricter background checks could apply. This would impact thousands of families who rely on money sent home from relatives abroad. It could also hurt U.S. employers who value Vietnamese workers for their hard work and reliability. These workers are known for their dedication and strong work ethic. A ban or restrictions could lower incomes and reduce diversity in some U.S. industries. It might also deepen the emotional strain on families separated by migration. To prevent this, applicants must use legal processes, and Vietnam's government should crack down on illegal recruiters and strengthen oversight to protect its workers and keep trust with other countries. Number 2, India. India and America have built a close friendship over the years, mainly in areas like buying and selling goods and keeping each other safe. Yet, even good friends can run into trouble with Donald Trump's strict rules. Back in his first time as leader, Trump said nice things about India, but also got upset over its high fees on imports and the many Indian folks using H-1B visas for jobs. Now with him back in charge, Indian workers might hit big roadblocks, like fewer visas or even stops on them. Why pick on these workers? Trump often says outsiders, especially from India, are taking away chances from regular Americans in tech spots. During his earlier days, his team made rules tougher, turned down more requests, and asked for bigger pay to get approved. But experts say this is not true. Studies show these skilled people from India help fill empty spots in building software, machines, and healthcare where homegrown talent falls short. Still, Trump's big talk puts U.S. folks first, facts or no facts. This could hurt Indian families a lot. Workers on visas might lose work, wait forever for papers, or have to pack up and go home. Their wives and kids on family passes could suffer too, and paths to stay forever, like green cards, might drag on or halt. Will India push back with talks? Sure, but Trump's old ways show even buddies had a hard time swaying him once he decided. As a top partner, India sends tons of smart workers to America, but that could turn into a problem spot again. New plans for December 2025 aim to change how visas are picked, favoring high earners and cutting out easy job shares, hitting Indian tech pros hardest since they make up over 70% of users. Students dreaming of U.S. schools and jobs might see doors close, with shorter stays or more checks. Big companies in places like Silicon Valley, who count on this help, could struggle to find people. The two countries team up might hold strong in big ways, but for everyday Indian families, the money hits and stress could drag on for years. In short, when leaders choose worry over truth, even solid ties need to get ready for bumps. Indian groups in America now deal with worry, scares, and a road full of what-ifs, as fresh rules like wage picks and cap tweaks make entry tougher for newbies earning under $50,000. Number 1, Philippines. The Philippines sends many people to live and work in America, making it one of the biggest groups from any country there. A lot of these folks help out in hospitals, hotels, and looking after old people or kids. People like them because they work hard and get along well with others, especially as nurses or caregivers for the elderly. So it's strange that President Trump might want to stop workers from coming over from such a close friend nation. Why pick on the Philippines? It comes down to folks staying longer than their visitor or job papers allow. That's called visa overstays. Year after year, people from there top the list among Asian countries for not going home on time. To Trump, that looks like the Philippines isn't good at keeping borders tight or following America's rules on travel. That's a big reason he could push for no more work visas. But does staying extra time make them risky or bad? Not really. Most just want steady jobs to feed their families back home. Long waits for forever stay cards or slow paperwork hold them up too. Still, Trump sticks to the book. Break the rules, even if life's tough, and doors shut tight. This hits hard on families split apart in the U.S. Nurses and helpers might miss out on dream jobs. Loved ones waiting to join could wait years more. Even kids heading to school might get turned away over safety checks. And America feels it too. With not enough nurses and more old folks needing help, losing these workers makes shortages worse in clinics and homes. For Trump, looking strong on rules beats the fallout. The Philippines, America's go-to for care help, could get shut out, not for meanness, but how he sees breaking laws. If limits kick in for real in 2025, it's not just workers hurting. U.S. homes, sick rooms, and grandma spots lose big. It shakes up money matters, feelings, and old ties between the countries. Friendships built over years might crack. Time alone shows if tough rules beat kindness and smart fixes in this key link across the ocean. Many dreamers wait and worry, hope fading, not sure if paths stay open.